Okay, so based on how people talk, what people say, in the act of talking, you should consider the words that come out of your mouth. You should consider the people that your statements are being addressed to. Some people consider themselves, um, what's the word? They call themselves saying it at it is, blunt. They pride themselves of saying, I'm blunt in the way I talk. I don't miss word. I don't pretend. I just say it as it is. But in reality, maturity have what we call sensitivity to the way you talk. You have to be sensitive about your environment. You have to be sensitive about the people around you, the interpretation of what your weddings brings out. Because I tell people what you mean is what you say. When you say something and start explaining and interpreting what you actually mean, that's just unnecessary. When you say something, what it means is what it means. Now explaining that what you meant was another thing is just being ridiculous. Alright? When you talk to people, you have to be sensitive in how you talk. You have to consider their emotions. You don't say things to insult people. You don't say things to be insensitive of the feelings of others, the emotions of others, and you start explaining and say this is what I actually meant. People speak out of anger. People speak out of just being reckless in the way they talk, and they expect you to just take it in and assume this is what they meant. You don't give an advice by just insulting people randomly. You don't try to express yourself, and in the process of expressing yourself, you disrespect everybody around you, because not everybody is into tolerating insults and disrespect. So you have to be sensitive in the way you talk. When you try to say things, you say things with the right wordings. Alright? English is English. If you say something, what you mean is what you mean. You don't say something to mean certain things in English language and you are now saying it's supposed to mean something else. What I meant was that's just wrong. You have to mean what you say. You have to respect other people's feelings. You have to see the whole essence is have understanding. Have understanding. Have understanding of what you say. You have to consider when you say something, what is the implication? What is the interpretation of those wordings? You are saying something to someone. The interpretation of that statement, of whatever you are saying, can be can vary can vary with the different people on ground. What you say can mean weakness to one person, and what you say can mean an advice to another person, and what you say can be strength to another person, and what you say can be a form of motivation to another person. So you have to look who you are addressing and what you are saying. You don't go around just saying stuff and believe everybody is going to understand the same way. And you can't say I have said my piece and However you interpret it, that's yours. That is just being foolish, because you are supposed to be wise. You are supposed to be wise in what you say. So basically, just being intelligent in the way you talk, so that the right message will be passed out in your weddings, in what you say. You have to be sensitive in what you say, in your friendship, in your relationship, and just your regular conversation. You have to be sensitive in what you say. You have to consider all factors before you say things, so that you don't pass the wrong message, you don't pass the wrong ideas, you don't disrespect people unnecessarily. You have to be careful in what comes out of your mouth, because what's in your mind is what comes out of your mouth. If you're trying to hide something, to be subtle in the way you pass a message, and you say the wrong wordings, what you're hiding will be exposed. You feel me? So you should just be considerate in what you do. It helps. It shows your level of maturity, it shows your level of intelligence, it shows your level of wisdom. And that is what you should consider when you're saying stuff. So basically, watch what you say. Add intelligence in when having conversations. Thank you, man.